power, something for everyone. Play the game, no time for delay. Letting the dice roll, come what may. Exploring new locations, new displays. This digital world, a new adventure awaits. Play the game, no time for delay. Letting the dice roll, come what may. Exploring new locations, new displays. This digital world, a new adventure awaits.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Shield Studio, aka the Dragon's Den. I am your host and DM, Lucky Dragon, here with my fellow friends and my lovely wife for some Digimon Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
We are here first off with my lovely wife. We have the founder of the channel of Shield Studio, the owner, the everything, my wife, Kat.
Hello, everybody. You can see me in the background.
Then we have my two fellow streamers. I have Rando Gaming 92 and Necro the Nova.
Hello, and thank you for the resubscription, Necro.
You're welcome, and hello, everyone.
And then, of course, my friend, my follower, sometimes I think my stalker, it's Zero the Grobit.
I haven't stalked you in a while. Okay.
I know, I feel so dejected. I never thought I'd not want a stalker to follow me. Hi, Moondrop.
Just get used to things sometimes, and then they change.
Mama!
I just noticed that too, yep. I noticed, I need to get the other chat up, because I forgot we haven't done this since we switched chats. All chats. There we go.
Cherry Blossom Blizzard.
I want tall
What
chat.
if it's just a? What if it's a really nice short chat?
There's a new chat tall, or somewhere in there there's a tall one.
Oh, okay.
Because then it shortens it.
Gotcha.
There you go.
I gotcha. Gotcha.
So many different formats.
All right. Wait,
Why
Zero,
did Twitch unfollow me?
why did you, yeah, what the heck? Why did it unfollow you, man? Like, what the heck? I feel like hurt. I know you didn't do it on purpose, but it hurts. And now I feel better.
I think it was that entire time we had issues, like, for some reason it auto-banned him because of, like, something he said. And I tried to get him back. Abandoned that.
Could be. There's a lot. But we're happy to have you back. Maybe that's why you haven't been getting notified.
Maybe.
Hear ye, let
Yes.
the record show
Yes.
that
Yes.
this viewer was here
I was wondering why you
first.
went live for a while.
Alrighty, so getting right into it. Day 10 of the digital adventure. The party of Aiko, Azriel, Zane, Nason, and Megumi engaged the slimy foe, Platinum Numamon, with worry but determination. The mega-level Digimon Slime and his forces began to swarm Aiko's party of friends, and it seemed as if the battle would go poorly. But through the quick thinking of Aiko and Megumi, the Slime King was put to sleep and then tamed by a lucky use of Megumi's and Aiko's spell combos. With a mega-level Digimon on their side, the party was thrilled to watch the army of the enemy flee. However, the battle was not done. the Purple Knight of the Black Knight player killers, known as Desire, arrived and engaged the party with an upgraded Digimon, a mega-level machine known as Ebamon. Each attack against the party, the knight known as Desire commented on his mission's success as if each attack had had some significance. And even though his Mega Digimon had been beaten and reduced back to its ultimate level form again, he had claimed to have succeeded. On his leave, Desire commented that he would not see the party again for some time, and that they should enjoy their stay. With these dark words, the party licked their wounds and attempted to log out for the day as normal from the digital virtual reality game, only to realize to their horror that none of them could log out, and that Digimon World Trinity's menu screen had disappeared from their options and had become a singular part of just their Digivice alone. The party had been trapped in the digital world by the Black Knight Desire, and all Azrael knew was that his Black Knight, or this Black Knight, must be Shu Takeru, and his boss, that he mentioned during the fight, must be the president of the Digimon company itself, Takamoto. With his last comments sent to their computers, outside in the real world with the familiar phrase, "You've been deleted," the party came to grips, or attempted to, with their newfound reality. However, Aiko could not handle the shock and fainted. Now, the party surrounds Aiko, bringing her to a safe space in one of the taverns in the town that they are in right now, which is the Golden Rose Guild Hall. And we find all of our crew in the humble little tavern owned by a very rotund but tiny pixie Digimon with bright white wings and a bright pink body. As you all are in Pixiemon's tavern.
Oh, yes.
So,
I love how you put this together.
Everybody snuggle. Come on. Let's go.
I'm unconscious. I don't know what you want me to do.
no.
As you all walk into the tavern and try to find your seating at the back of the tavern, the other members of your party that were added in to this fight, Dennis and Aline, kind of give you the odd kind of just stare as they stare to you, Azrael, and stare to you, Zane and Nason and Megumi, and just kind of give you that quiet, we'll be right back, eye look as Dennis kind of holds his girl and walks away to a corner to kind of calm her down, as she is also not dealing well with the situation at hand.
Whew. Oh.
So, as you all sit down at your table, Piximon brings you all a couple of drinks that are typical of this tavern. They're standard, just, kind of fizzy little soda drinks. They're exclusive to the digital world, but every time you've drinking them before, they give you, like, the best flavor you've ever had that you love the most.
Pick up my drink and take a drink.
Same.
Best
As
we can
you-
do at the
but-
moment.
As you do, the drink tastes just like fizzy club soda. There's no flavor anymore.
What the?
And scrunch up my face and you kind of sit
Well-
down and scoot it away.
I also can feel the fizz hitting my nose and lips.
Oh yeah.
What the? What? Okay, this is getting too weird. I look over at my Digimon and wonder for a second. I reach my hand out and start petting Tracy's head.
Oh, that feels nice. Thank you. I could use a little scruffing after all that combat with those slime balls. Ugh, I think I got it in my fur.
You're welcome. I raise up my hand and just look at my palm.
It's covered in fur and kind of a little bit of leftover icky goo from the Numamon.
That's not what I'm shocked about. I can actually feel your fur now.
What are you talking about? You always felt my fur every time you pet me.
Well, I know that, but like I can actually feel the texture this time.
You're being weird. Maybe he's just tired. You know, we did just get through a battle. I'm usually pretty tired after the battle. As your other Digimon walks over. You sure you're alright?
How do I put this? So you know how like we would be transported from our world to your world?
Not really, but Angorimon tried to explain it to us a few times.
Well, I believe that we've been disconnected from our world, and now we can actually feel everything here.
No worries.
It says, quote unquote, I think our souls have left our bodies and sent them here.
Well, I still don't quite get it, but I'll take your word for it. That seems pretty intense.
Yeah, that's why I go probably fainted. I look over at her.
She is currently still fainted with Angorimon's ears kind of flapping in her face, trying to keep her cool. Don't worry about Aiko. I think she will be fine after some sleep. We just have to give her some time to kind of get used to everything that's happened. Don't worry, I'll take care of her. As he puts her on his belly like a chair, you know, basically trying to keep her comfy.
Can I try to flag down the Piximon for something?
As he is bringing one of the drinks to the bar table to a Snow Agumon, he looks up to you. Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Hold on there, mate. I'm coming over.
You gave us an Australian accent.
Boy, how you doing?
We're getting by. Do you have anything on the menu that has, how do I want to word this? A really strong smell?
Oh, yeah, sure. I got something like that. Yeah, you know, the monsters over there, you see the two dinosaurs? They like some really tough cooked meat, so it's got a real tough aroma to it.
Do you also have like some salty snacks?
What you mean, like chips? Yeah, we got some chips.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, one thing of chips and a stinky meat. Alright, what's wrong with your drinks? I brought those on the house, but you ain't drinking them.
Well, I'll take care of this. Well, the thing is, by the way, after this, can I roll a persuasion check?
It depends on what you're trying to do.
I'm gonna lie and say like, well, thanks to the recent battle, it affected our taste buds and just, I think they did something to us.
So that would be a deception check, not a persuasion check.
Well, I'm technically not lying, but
You just said you are lying.
Well, I wouldn't say like.
I mean, you are lying because you're not technically telling the truth.
Yeah,
so that would still be deception.
Okay.
Persuasion is when you are being 100% honest. Like, that is the only time persuasion is there.
Okay, roll on deception. 15.
15. Yeah, alright, if that's what you say. You want anything else to drink then? I can add like lemons or something to it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna go get some lemons then. as he flutters
take a
away
couple of
with
those
fast
slide-
wings.
I'm gonna yell or kind of call out behind him. I'll take a little bowl of lemons as well, if you could.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey,
I
don't
look
forget
o-
my meat! As one of the maimed Tyrannomon at the bar table is, like, slamming his tiny fist on the bar table. Yeah, all right, I hear you, I hear you.
I look over at Azrael. So you're thinking what I'm thinking?
Probably. But first things first, I gotta take care of something real quick. And wait for him to bring the lemons and the meat back.
After a little while, it's about probably a 10-minute wait, and then he brings it all out, kind of fluttering perfectly in his arms, like a perfect waiter balance, as he flutters and drops them on the table with a little bit of a splash from the meat juice, and as it kind of spreads over the table. And it is a powerful aroma of that steak. Like, it smells like probably the freshest cut from the cow meat ever, which means it probably hasn't been, messed with at all, like straight cut and served.
I don't know about you, but I'm rolling a con saving throw.
Yeah, that's
that
if
is
none of you
you.
have had fresh cut meat before it's been cured or anything, it's powerful scented.
I know, that's why I'm saying I'm rolling a con save. Because I'm all too familiar.
By all means.
While he's making the
14.
con save. Okay, go ahead.
14. Yeah, that's a straight up, block your nose kind of smell. Like, oh no, no. Your mind is going 100 miles an hour now with that smell just swapping in there. Like, that's the Numamon, right in your face.
Okay, what's Tyson and Tracy's reaction to the smell?
Tyson is doing fine, but Tracy has her paw over her nose.
Hey, I figured.
Whereas
Let's go for
I'm
it.
gonna say Gabumon is eyeing it, like drooling onto his fur.
He's got the sparkles in his eye, the anime sparkles in his eyes.
Hey, Ezreal, are you gonna eat that?
I give Gabumon a little nod as I grab a slice of lemon. Hey, Angurimon, can you open Aiko's mouth a little bit?
Oh no!
Yes, I can do that. As he gently opens your mouth, Aiko.
I'm going to squeeze a little bit of the lemon juice into Aiko's mouth and see if it stirs her awake.
Aiko, roll me a con save with disadvantage.
Oh no!
Tis a 3.
A 3. Instantaneously, you come out of your dream state as you are wandering around a garden meadow with Angorimon kind of following behind you, bouncing like a regular rabbit, shrunk down to a regular rabbit size, but still just as plump.
Oh.
And you guys are just running through a little green field pleasantly until all of a sudden a long cloud of dark cloud starts to rain down, and they have a lemony feel of the rain as it burns into your eyes and your tongue as you wake up instantly with the sourest taste in your mouth.
What's this?
Hey, it worked.
Morning.
Oh, what did you put in my mouth?
Kind of just toss the lemon back over my shoulder and have it land on the table.
Wait, I want it to land on one of the Pokemon, one of the Digimon.
You did not.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
Hey, I'll make a save if you want that. If you want to see if that happens, DM calls it.
No, it lands back on the table pretty easily.
Alrighty. Oh, welcome back. And start making my way back to my seat.
As Megumi
Okay.
comes over and finally sits down after talking with Dennis and Aline. Sorry about that. Eileen's not doing so great.
I'm just kind of smacking my lips and tongue because of the sour.
Oh, good, you're awake. What happened to you?
That's what I'd like to know.
What did you all do to her while she was sleeping?
I look over at Azrael.
Azrael.
Without the lack of smelling salt, I figured I'd try it and see if it happened. I heard that that's one way they wake people up.
Well, at least you're awake now. You feeling alright, Aiko?
Depends. Someone just verify. The last thing I remember, is it the dream or was that real?
Unfortunately, I believe what you dreamt was quite real.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
One of those good news, bad
I
news
am just-
situations.
Rubbing my temples like Yzma did in Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
We're on a
hate
kick
to s-
tonight.
I hate to say this, everyone, but I think we've been isekai'd.
I have no idea what that means, but alright.
It means we've been transported to another world, either probably against our will or worse.
Okay, I don't
Flash.
think that's exactly what's happening here, because that doesn't make any sense, okay?
I go over and pinch her arm.
Okay, rude! As she wheels back her hand and just slaps you across the face.
You take 1 damage.
Did you feel that?
I think you felt
Yes,
that.
did you feel that? Rude?
I raised my eyebrow and I said, I rest my case.
Oh. I'm
know
not
how, like,
saying that this doesn't feel real. I'm saying I don't think we've been transported to another world. For one, we've
No.
not moved an inch. We stayed right where we were.
No, from what I'm saying, we've never been able to feel pain or any senses before, but I'm saying we are now.
Okay,
I'm
so
just gonna
perhaps
kinda
there's a
raise my
glitch.
eyebrow to that. I'm gonna raise my eyebrow to that one.
Perhaps there's a glitch in the system. Azrael, you know computer tech stuff. Explain. Is this possible?
This is out of my wheelhouse. This is out of my wheelhouse. We've entered theoretical stuff.
Oh, great.
If okay,
Zane, what
cross
about
my
you?
arm. Oh,
Do
sorry.
you have any idea what could be happening?
Just go with the flow, I say.
How could you possibly be calm about this? We
He
are
doesn't have to
possibly
show up to
having either
breakfast.
a, group hallucination, which is, I gather, probably not the greatest idea. But either that, or there's a glitch in the headsets. Perhaps we're still wearing the headsets and it just hasn't been able to come off yet. So something has caused us to be unable to log out. That's what we know. And now there's a glitch that's causing us to feel pain more severely. That's nothing new. Azrael told us about about a week ago that he had felt some pain. Maybe that's part of this whole glitch.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
mean, I
is,
don't
he
see
only
how
felt.
panicking can help, so might as well make the best of the situation.
I wish I had your calm.
Megumi, if you think this is a glitch and this is a hallucination, then you wouldn't have any trouble eating that meat, right? I point toward the meat on the table.
No, thank you. I'm a vegetarian.
Then you wouldn't have trouble eating it then, since this is not real, quote unquote.
I don't want to taste it. If the vegetables tasted real, that'll taste real, and that's disgusting. I don't know
Wait,
how you
you're a
can eat
vegeta-
meat.
You're a vegetarian that's disgusted by eating meat, or eating vegetables.
No, I'm saying that because I ate vegetables, I know the food tastes real here. Which means I'm not going to taste something I've never wanted to taste in my whole world. It smells awful, meat looks terrible, and I can't believe what people do to make it, so I refuse to eat it.
I look down at Tracy and Tyson, just like, as in like, can you believe this?
I don't know what she means by a vegetarian, but
A vegetarian is someone that doesn't eat meat.
what?
Yep.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go ahead and slide the plate
But
over
they
towards
can
all the
they
dog
can
digits.
eat dairy and eggs though.
As Rain just like goes at it like a monster. Oh, thank you, Azriel.
Don't even get him started on what vegans are or even what pescatarians are.
I know,
I'm
right?
just making up words now.
Wow. Yeah.
I know. I
he was
know.
just
I'm
in-
having
he was
fun.
just talking in character.
Now it's not very fun.
But is there any more meat on the table? I'd like to give it to Tyson and Tracy.
Tyson has already done his little barrel roll over to try to fight off Gabumon from part of it.
Okay.
Oh.
They're having a little slap fight on the table, trying to get the best pieces.
Hey, share! No, you share! You're the one who's gobbling it all down! I am tired, I'm bigger than you, I need more food!
I see a piece. and
Alright,
sneak
so
it
while
over
that's
to
happening,
Tracy.
what exactly is our plan, Azriel? I'm not exactly in my wheelhouse here either. I really don't know what to do right now. If it is a glitch or a hallucination, we're going to go glitch for now because I don't think it's possible to have a mass hallucination. But I think if this is a glitch, that's something that can be fixed, which means we need to find some way to get into the system. Now, you got into the system before, didn't you? From here, in the digital world, which means we should be able to access it as well.
That sounds like a plan. That's plan A for me, at least. Plan B is to find our friends, because if they did this, they might be able to undo it.
Friends? You could call that a friend?
At a point in time. But we probably want to hunt them down, but I'm sure a lot of things are probably going to be changing in this world for us with our current condition.
Which
Oh my
means
goodness.
which means we need to be extra careful during battles, and try to avoid them at all costs. if we
I've been
need
trying to do that from the get-go, thank you very much.
Well, the thing is, now this is the real deal now. Things have changed.
If that's what you need to believe to make yourself feel calm, I will not stop you.
I look at my amulet and say, like, I should have been more careful with my actions, and I clutch it. The
consequences have
crest of serenity.
The crest is actually a part of your Digivice.
Okay, well, I clutched the Digivice after looking at it.
As you hold it, for the first time holding it in this world, you feel that same feeling you and Zane felt at one point in the real world, where there's actually a sense of warmth or energy emanating from it, like it's active, even though the screen is currently showing it as off.
I hold it to my chest and just close my eyes.
The warmth emanates through your body, but still the screen stays off, as if it wants to activate or wants to turn on, but it has no will of its own.
I know you're there. Just come on.
What are you doing? As Tracy kind of sniffs over to you.
My Digivice isn't responding.
Well, that's weird. It's never had a problem before when I Digivolve.
Yeah, but I think that night did something that disconnected us from our. It's hard. I can't explain it. You can see just a tear dripping down my eye, and I'm just trying to hold myself together.
Aw, it's gonna be okay. As Tracy does the typical, like, dog licking, trying to cheer you up a bit.
I kneel down and just hug her around her neck. Tyson, get in here.
As you see Tyson still fighting around Rain as they're chewing and ripping apart the meat. Yeah, I'll be there in a second. Get off! Get.
I just continue hugging Tracy.
Ugh. So disgusting,
I mean,
boys.
I see things are more interesting here, so I personally don't see the issue.
Say again?
I see things are more interesting here, so I don't personally see the issue.
Well, the issue here so far, Zane, is that we don't know what's going on. That's at least a goal that you should at least have, is trying to at least understand what's going on. Whether you're worried about it or not, that's up to you. And kudos to you for having the bravery to deal with it. But we need to find out what's going on, so that should be our first step. After we get some rest, because for some reason I actually feel tired here. Ugh.
Why don't you guys get some rest? I'm gonna go ahead and check with the village leader again and see if they can tell us anything.
All right.
As Aiko goes into her Digivice. Wait, I can't activate our tent system. What about our campsite?
Why are you talking for me?
Oh, sorry.
Why are you?
Not Aiko, Megumi. My bad.
I was about to
Megumi.
say.
Guys, our little tent teleporty thingy, it's not working. I'm not heading off to our campsite.
I figured that. I figured we'd have that problem too.
But what about our stuff? What about our tents and all of our sleeping stuff? What are we gonna do?
Looks like we're
looks like
day at
we're
the
gonna have
end.
to buy- We're gonna have to buy some equipment
Oh,
and build them our own. Which means we won't have the protection of the field.
I'm gonna go talk to that pink pixie and see if it has any places we could stay.
Yeah, good idea.
As she wanders over to the bar table, kind of pushing aside the Snow Agumon, who kind of like snaps at her, and she's just like starts wagging her finger ferociously at him, and you can see like bubbles of steam coming out of his head, and he's just like terrified as his ears are like burning with steam, and he just kind of curls his head in fear, like, and then instantly Megumi turns to the Piximon, and Piximon like jumps back a little bit with a little sweat going down its brow, like, sure.
Dang.
I'll give her this. Megumi gets things that she wants done for sure. Aiko, are you feeling
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, still just processing.
As you're sitting on top of your giant bunny as basically a beanbag. It's okay. From what I am understanding, you cannot return to your world. So, this means you will have to stay with us. This place could have some rooms for us. I have a place you could stay back at the Azure Dragon, but it's only big enough for perhaps 1 or 2 extra people.
Yeah, I'm staying with Angorimon, for the record.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my Digimon either.
Very well. Me and Aiko shall return to my home, and then you all can stay with your independent Digimon. I believe your Digimon have a place to stay as well. Oh yeah, we got a place. Though you might not fit.
No, it's better than sleeping outside in the wild.
If you say so. I don't mind bunking, but it's gonna be a tight fit.
How big is it
Oh, it-
anyway?
Well, we each have our own doghouse.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, mine's kind of nice. I got a little punching bag in it and everything. You know, I use it as my workout room too, but I suppose I could move some stuff around.
Huh. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I've been planning on having guests. I can't send you over to hers because Lord knows her place is a mess. Hey, that's rude. I just haven't cleaned up in a while is all. You haven't cleaned up since we got here. Well, that's not true. I cleaned up the first day.
When was
just-
the first day?
I don't know. I lost count a while ago, but the point is I like my stuff where it's at. It has a place. Everything has a place. It's just a little cluttered is all.
Oh, she's OCD.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another word for it's a mess. I tried to put something in the trash can once, and she nearly had a heart attack. Well, that's because that was my precious chew toy. It was a wrapper. It was a precious chew toy.
Okay. I put my hands on each of their heads. Okay, guys. Nope. Just let's calm down for a bit. Okay. Now's not the time to fight.
All right, so you can stay with me. Azrael, you might be able to stay with, but I think Rain will have the same problem. Yeah, my place is kind of small too. I live in a tree outside of a lake.
Oh.
I'll figure something out, buddy. You got it.
No, it's okay. I can ask the squirrels to step up to the top of the tree, and you can take their space.
Squirrelmon?
That's silly. They're just squirrels.
Not even-
I wasn't speaking in character.
I do not. I do not trust the squirrels. Oh,
Oh,
nuts.
that's okay. I understand. They do steal a lot of my stuff sometimes.
I think that's what squirrels mostly do.
They keep using it to make a nest, so I always have to climb back up to their place and grab them again.
Hey, at least they don't take your fur.
Well, they tried once because it was really cold, but I guess they didn't know that I have it attached to me.
Wait, didn't I see you like? No, never mind.
Alright, as Magui comes back. I got us a couple of rooms, but they don't have enough for all of us, so I got us 2 rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bunking with Tyson, and unless Tracy wants me to stay with her.
No, that's fine. Tyson has the room. I have to, tidy up.
Alrighty. Oh,
Hey,
okay.
you?
Then I'm bunking with Tyson.
Alright, Megumi? Or, Aiko?
I'm staying with Angorimon.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'll take one room, and Zane and Azrael, you can have the other room.
Sounds good to me.
Sure,
Perfect.
I guess.
Me and Sister Mom will take one room, and you two can take the other.
Who knows? Maybe after we sleep, this will all just be a little nightmare.
We can
That'd be
only
nice. Alright, I guess we'll see you all in the morning then. Sister Mon, I'm gonna go up and sleep. Get ready for bed and all that. Alright, you take your time. I'll be up in a bit. I'll be down here talking. I need to figure out some information. Well, don't stay up too late.
All right, Tyson. Where's your house?
Oh, we're back at the Azure place, but you know we can always just hop over there with the Locomon.
Oh, you got Locomon.
What? Yeah, of course we have Locomon. How else do you think we get from city to city?
That's fair.
In the entire time you all have been here, you have never seen a single train station or a train railway.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
been
that's
to that
what-
I
traveling
think
in
it
a
might be a
cart.
Locomon on grass.
Well,
We've put in a lot of work.
What's that train? Choo Choo Charles. It's a Choo Choo Charles.
No. Bam.
You don't follow
So
the
we could have
train
been taking the
tracks.
train this whole time.
yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you guys just never asked. You guys always seem to want to use Unimon.
Well,
Unimon is good boy.
Well, the thing is, we haven't really seen any train stations here or Locomon stations here, if that's what y'all call it.
That's weird. They've been there the whole time.
Huh?
And no one mentioned it.
Yeah, no one mentioned it either.
Well, I just thought it was obvious. Every time we'd take our trips, we'd be passing the tracks.
What tracks?
Man, you all really do get too focused on the mission.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't. It's a perception thing for whenever we entered the world.
All right, well, I'll take you to the Logomon station here at the Gold Rose then. We can travel now that the Numamon have stopped blocking the railways.
Wait, there were railways through there also?
Yeah, we just couldn't use them because the Numamon were blocking them.
I look over at everyone. Did y'all notice any?
As Megumi kind of stares at you all before she walks up. I had no clue. I've not seen a single thing like that around here.
Things are just getting more and more bizarre. Now that we're disconnected. I use my fingers to quote unquote.
So that whole time when we constantly kept getting attacked, we could have just avoided all of that.
Well, I just thought it was the adventure, you know?
Yeah, we could have avoided all of that. But, well, we almost did. We almost did thanks to Maiko and Megumi. But that stupid purple knight had to ruin everything.
Well, in that case, let's all head to the station. I apologize. I do find it odd that I never seem to mention the train station to you all before.
Yeah, that brings up a good question. Why haven't y'all?
I do not know, actually. That is a good point. It just never occurred to me to offer it.
Yeah, I just realized that as well.
As you all step out, or as you all start standing up after finishing your drinks, and kind of cleaning up the mess after the two dogs ripped apart the steak and splashed it all over the place.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, you were going to say something, Zane?
I don't know, you can.
As you all head out into the bright sun of the Gold Rose Guild, they walk you over to the farmost wall, and there is, in fact, you can see steam now, like of that of a steam engine train, bellowing up from behind the wall.
What the? Also, does our surroundings are surroundings different? Because I'd like to make a perception check
Make a perception check.
to see if like anything's changed since our disconnection.
Make a perception check.
I think things have clearly changed.
You're perceiving the check. The check has been perceived.
Nat one. Dang it.
Nothing seems completely different. I mean, other than the train station you somehow completely missed this whole time, the rest of it kind of seems normal.
Was there the whole time.
Why'd I have to roll a nat one? Dang it. I guess I'm still in shock.
As they walk you over, you notice that there is a large amount of players walking into this train station and using it. As you look at them, roll insight check, everybody.
All right.
Insight. Barely even know her.
18.
That's a 9.
19 to me.
That was a fun sound effect.
It'll be under wisdom.
That's the potion bottle dice that I have on D&D Beyond.
Like I said, it's a fun sound.
You good, Zane? Oh, there we go.
Bloop it.
19.
19. All right. So, Zane and Aiko, you notice it, though it's very minuscule and small. While you're looking at these players, the normal view you would typically have of a player is as they stare at you and you stare at them, there is a little, observational note above their heads that's bright as day usually, tells you their stats, their level, but as you look at these players now, you know they're clearly players because they look, like regular people all dressed up in their different costumes for their characters when they're partner Digimon. But you cannot see the overhead anymore. However, you notice on your Digivice, there is a description, a small little describer that's going crazy every time you stare at a different individual, and it changes as you look at different players. So now instead of seeing it over their heads, you see it on the screen of your Digivice, which only seems to activate when you are applying it to the same mechanics that you would have applied while you were a normal player character. So all of your normal player character stats now have transferred to the Digivice.
Interesting.
You also
We have
notice,
full integrated into the show.
about to say, you also notice with those 219s especially, the thing that stands out to you, not observation, but the inside aspect is, wait a minute, every player who's walking into that train station is above level 10.
Level up rewards.
So you start to think
And
maybe that's why you haven't seen the train station, is that for a player, the train transportation wasn't available until a higher level.
Oh.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. And now we can all see it.
Because technically you're not players anymore, so your level doesn't matter.
Right.
So we can see
I'll be
everyone's.
sure to relay this to Angorima when I get a moment.
Yeah. Same for mine.
You, what were you saying, Zane?
Look around. Can I look around for the strongest player?
With your earlier one, yes, there is a player at level 15 walking currently towards the train station. He is a large kind of, you probably guess maybe a senior of like the high school or perhaps just into college courses. And he has a large black dinosaur with a long single snout horn at his side.
And I do a history check.
For the roll a history check, yes. History is for memory. So yes, roll a history check.
17.
17. That is Lars Dupre. He is a first-year college student. He is actually in one of your classes. He doesn't talk. You've never really interacted with him, but you know him as kind of a try-hard student. Like he's not like the geeky type. He's just a kind of athletic, trying to do his best for the school kind of type. So he is a popular kid.
Hey, you're that Lars kid, right?
Oh, yeah. Yours. I'm trying to remember your name. You're in my class, though. You're the guy who's quiet and sits in the back.
I see you have a reputation.
So, what can I do for you?
Yeah, we're in quite a predicament at the moment. I recognize you thought you might want to join us.
Join you? At your level? No way.
Hey, don't underestimate what I can do.
Look, I'm sure you're trying hard, but to be level 1 at this point already, like, y'all should try a lot harder.
Wait, are we level 1?
No, we're like 7.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
But no, we're level 7.
Okay, so you're all trying to play one on the senior. I get it. Very funny.
No, but
How about this? We challenge you to a fight, and if we win, you join us.
Zane, what are you doing?
All of you,
I can watch this happen.
all of you at once are gonna fight my one monochromon.
Yeah, unless you're scared.
I ain't
I'm
scared.
kind of scared.
I'm not taking part in this. You have fun with that.
Yeah, I take my life to heart. I don't want to lose my life in here. Also,
Boy, what a drama queen. Fine, suit yourself. I ain't teaming up with you though. You should try the guild entry level base over there. Maybe they'll get you a quest to go hunt a couple of those little slimes.
I just blurt out, "We've been disconnected from the real world."
You guys have been playing way too long. Alright, I gotta go. I got a mission to take care of, and it's part of my grade, so I need to make sure I'm on top of it, otherwise they'll kick me off the team, so bye everybody. See you in class, dude who sits in the back.
We're screwed at that.
Well, I mean, you did just try to
Also,
fight
I
him
don't
out
think
of
we should be
random.
blurting out that we've been disconnected from the real world.
Well, he won't listen.
He definitely won't listen when he thinks we're joking or that we're insane.
How are we joking?
We're not, but he may think we are.
I just have a look of anxiety on my face.
I mean, it does sound insane, like, if you haven't gone through it.
I quite agree. It is difficult for me to even comprehend that you are talking like you are stuck in a different world when I first met you, so it took some time for me to understand it as well. For most of us Digimon, we thought you were just part of our world until you explained to us that you were not.
I'm not saying that y'all are real. I'm just I'm not saying that y'all are not real, because I really think you are. But it's just, and then my eyes just start to tear up a little. It's like, I just feel I'm never gonna
Okay,
see
and
my
that's the
I'm
cue
just-
for us to go
Wait.
to sleep.
I haven't finished. I just say, like, I just fear I'll never see my family again.
No, I think she was saying in character, her character is doing that. She is in character interrupting you as soon as you start crying.
Like
So I
the,
might have-
okay, everyone's emotions are running high. We're trying to get somewhere to sleep, and hopefully we could just sleep this away. Let's try to keep the smiles up, and let's just go.
As Angorimon starts to follow behind you, Aiko. Wait, Aiko, slow down.
I just mutter to myself something.
Do I hear this?
That depends. How loud are you muttering?
Under my breath.
Alright, roll me a stealth check.
Seven.
So what did you say?
I'm never gonna see my family again.
Aiko, roll me a perception check.
I have a passive of 13.
Oh, passive of 13? Then yes, you would have heard it.
Yeah, we're all kind of worried about that right now, among other things. You're not the only one stressed.
I just look up at her.
Also, work on your whispering. It's kind of loud.
All right now, everyone. We are clearly all feeling the stress of the fight we had with the Purple Knight and with all the slimes. Let us all get some rest and recuperate, and then we will all meet again in the morning. Aiko, I'll take you to my home. The rest of you, get on the train. We're all heading to the same location anyway. Well, except for you two. Azrael and Zane, I suppose you're staying here, so get back to the hotel and get some sleep.
Sounds good, bud.
Yeah, whatever.
As you all kind of do your split and the little kind of awkward waves, especially with Angorimon trying to be cheerful, like his two ears waving, goodbye. Goodbye! See you tomorrow! See you tomorrow!
Hopefully.
As the large train in front of you, Aiko, and Nason, has large eyeballs and a large jaw, as well as a tiny little, like, forward hanging light, like a anglerfish, staring at you.
Oh,
All right,
Said hi,
all
Thomas.
aboard the
Attention.
train. Train, let's
Ah!
go.
that booming voice and seeing that giant face in front of me just like snaps me back to reality. Ah!
Ah, don't worry about him. That's just Locomon. He's actually really nice. He's just kind of obnoxious. I heard that.
I'm obnoxious.
Hi.
Welcome to Locomon. You are a new Digidestin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Congratulations on reaching this level.
Well, we've been here for 10 days. Or we've been here 10 times, but just never noticed.
Well, that's strange to me, but then again, you Digidestin are all kind of strange looking anyway.
He says as his giant jaw and anglerfish, tentacle look over at you.
I just look over him. It's like, okay.
All right, all aboard then.
I look over at Tyson and Tracy and just like give like a gesture, just like, all right, let's go.
As you all walk towards the seemingly normal train design of the rest of the body, the doors open wide as they would for any normal electronic train.
Oh, I forgot to include this
Which, by the way, yeah, I'm familiar with that design of Locomon. But there's like a whole bunch of other designs.
Oh yeah,
of them.
there's a ton.
Yeah, and they're all called Locomon, but they're like.
Well, yeah,
different
it's just like the different colorations of certain Digimon or stuff. So, all right. So as you all hop onto the train, it closes. Like it basically feels like you're entering onto the L trains or the speed trains in Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
So as you hop in, it looks completely different on the inside than it does the outside. The outside looks like an old-fashioned steam engine, and then the inside looks like a modern bullet train.
Ooh, fancy.
This is the usual look. I did not know it was fancy. But
It reminds me of the bullet trains at home.
oh, well, perhaps it is similar to the design. We have been noticing a lot
Yeah.
of things from your world crossing over into ours.
Yeah, that is really bizarre. Like the lampposts out in the middle of the wild.
Those are odd, though they are much more efficient than the torches we were using until recently.
Yeah, fair.
What stands out to me is that I seem to be one of the few Digimon who is noticing the changes. I have noticed a lot of my fellow Digimon seem to believe that we have always had these technologies, but they only recently started appearing when the Digidestin started to appear many years ago.
Oh yeah, what? Why is that, I wonder? I'm just looking up at him.
I am still researching this when I go to the library. There is not much written about the legends of the Digidestin that have come to our world before. But ever since the first time, there have been many incidences of more and more of these futuristic technologies coming to our world, or altering even the very Digimon themselves. Some of us have noticed them. For instance, Birdramon did not used to be a metal bird. It used to be a bird made of flame and fire. So now that we have male Birdramon, it is a new species of Digimon that has only been born in the recent years.
Huh. Yeah, your point. Wait. Hold on. Back up a bit. What do you mean, Digidestins that have been here before?
Well, I assumed you knew because you are a Digidestin. Yes, we have had many Digidestins come to our world in the past in the stories that we tell in the libraries.
Wait. What? This is in character, by the way.
I mean, it's common knowledge among most of us. We used to grow up telling stories of the Digidestin, though none of us had ever met one before. They had been gone for many years, hundreds of years.
Hundreds of, like, is there a record of, like, when the first Digidestin appeared?
Well, there are stories and theories. Nothing concrete, unfortunately. The texts were not written well back in those days. So all we have to go on are small little scribbles or artwork and paintings created by our ancestors.
I like to see these, if it's okay with you.
Of course, I love going to visit the library before I go to bed. So we can stop by there after I take Aiko home.
Okay. Once I get my sleeping situation settled at Tyson's place, I'll meet you at the library.
Very good.
You guys want to come?
Really the only thing I can do with books is pee on them.
Ew, what?
I can't read. I don't think it's really that fun either. And
doesn't
I
mean
really
that-
had no interest in reading books, especially when I have so much cleaning to do, and I'm really tired.
Oh, okay, Tracy. But Tyson, come on. Just because you don't like reading or can't read, it's like you don't. That doesn't mean use it as a bathroom or a toilet.
Well, when you leave it on the ground, it's me to piddle on.
Remind me next time to never leave my stuff on the floor.
That's what me and my people do best. Ain't that right, Tracy?
Don't look at me. I have a bathroom, thank you very much.
You call it a bathroom, but you just have a corner.
Hey, it's better than what you have.
Am I gonna be smelling y'all's? No, I'm not gonna ask.
As you all reach your destination, meanwhile, as the train goes, Azriel and Zane.
By the way, I love the role-playing conversations in this.
As you all make your way back to the tavern.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Hold on. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotta get rid of him too. He's not there anymore. There we go. As you all go back to the tavern, standing up next to the Pixiemon is actually Sistermon, still talking to the maimed Tyrannomon at the bar table, and you recognize it as the same maimed Tyrannomon that you all helped kind of settle the dispute between the Stomper tribe and the Big Boys tribe. As Sistermon sees you all walk in, she kind of nods to maimed Tyrannomon and looks over to you. All right. There you all both are. I was talking to our friend over there, trying to see if information I could find about our purple friend.
And you find anything out?
Well, yes and no. From what I can tell, at least from what he knows about from the Big Boys tribe, that these knights like to hang around the dark web. It's a place that is not usually accessible to well-meaning individuals. Apparently it's a place where mostly only dark Digimon and virus types hang around. But it makes sense that that's where they would go to hide out. They'd be welcome there. The problem is trying to get there is not easy, and not to mention even if we did get there, I highly doubt we'd be welcomed.
Well, I'm sure we can pretend to just get on people's sides to get more information.
I don't know. As much as I believe maybe you could pull that off, and maybe Azrael here, some of our other group members don't seem like they could really play the part of the bad boys.
I think Zane would fit right on in.
I hate to say it, but I think I agree, especially if he were to take his other form.
I mean,
I
isn't
don't
one
know
of them literally in our group?
Well, I could go with you. At least that would make us have 2 virus types with us, which would be less suspicious. But I don't think vaccines or the datas would be welcomed.
I think I should sit back on that one, but I can stay here and let you folks gather that information. You can just bring it back, and I can do what I can with it.
Well,
Yeah, you can do your computer stuff, I'm sure.
There's some stuff I wanted to work on here anyway, so
I think that might
You
be a
guys
good
wanna do that?
idea.
Before
Zane?
we do go in, what
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
before we go in, what information are we looking for?
Well, first off, we need to find out where these Dark Knights hang out, because we still know of 2 of them at least that are still about. We have the dark purple guy, and we have the dark red guy. But we haven't seen Red in a while, so maybe he's been taken care of.
Right. And you've not spoken to them yet, have you?
I haven't spoken to anybody yet, no. But I think the dark web is our goodest place than any to start. I think I have someone who can get us there too, but it would require us to be very cautious, and you're gonna have to play a role, Zane.
And what role is that?
The role of a dark master.
Okay. Question: what is a Dark Master?
So, you know the form you take? It's actually that of a spirit
Yeah.
Digimon that once existed called Devimon. He passed away some time ago, but his brother, Ice Devimon, still runs around and runs a lot of the dark web. If we can convince him you are his brother, somehow survived and come back, maybe we can pull off a entry into the dark web without any issue, and I can be a servant, which is pretty common for when Devimon was in power.
So you want me to give him PTSD by pretending to be his dead brother?
I don't know what that means, but yes.
Sure, I'm down.
All right. Well then, Azriel, I guess then that will leave you to try to figure out what's going on with your world and what you can do to help Megumi, because I am worried about her. I know she is definitely trying to figure things out, but I think she's just as terrified as Aiko is.
we'll figure it out. But first steps first, and then we'll go from there.
And then the second piece of information I found out when I was talking to Mame Tyrannomon is it looks like that the Crimson Shield was successful in their raid against the Machine Empire, and they were able to rescue a good amount of the Digidestin that you all were witnessed getting put on board those ships down below.
Well, at least that's some good news.
However, from what I understood, it looks like a good majority of them, however, were able to kidnap at least 3 or 4 Digidestin along with their Digimon before they were defeated and escape back to their headquarters.
Mhm. One step at a time.
But that means I believe that they're going to post another mission for you all soon. So once we find out information about the Knights, we'll probably be taking that mission on just so we can keep trying to do some semblance of normality for Megumi and Aiko's sake. Maybe if they all still think it's business as usual, they might be able to relax a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll leave you guys to it. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Lilymon and see if I can use the terminals again.
Alright, sounds good. Zane, we'll meet up in the morning, and then we'll try to go see if we can get a meeting with Ice Devimon.
Sweet. See you in the morning.
Good night.
Good night.
As Sister Mon
Good
walks
night.
up to the room with Megumi, you all are left in the bottom at the tavern.
Well, Zane, it looks like you're gonna have a long day tomorrow.
Yeah, same as usual, I guess.
Yeah, just keep your head on straight. This is gonna be dangerous.
Your lack of faith in me upsets me.
It's not your lack of faith. It's probably the most dangerous thing you've had to do since we got here. So just be careful, right?
I'll manage.
I know. Well, go get some rest. I'm probably gonna do the same. I'll hit up the terminal tomorrow first thing in the morning while you guys are doing your mission. I'll try to stay in contact with the Digivice while you're there.
Alrighty.
I just work out a little bit before I go to bed.
Alrighty. As you all kind of find your way to your different living quarters, Aiko, you are brought to a small little, the best word to describe it would be a small cottage. It is a tall red kind of barn that is a little bit out the way of the Azure Dragon base. And
Aw, I like barns.
it kind of looks like a oh, get rid of that. There we go. It kind of looks like a small little rabbit home that you would have on a farm, but like the size that's big enough for a person to live in.
Aw.
This is my humble home. Don't forget to take your shoes off when you walk in.
Oh, like the tradition. I love it.
Tradition? Oh, I just like my floor to be clean.
Oh, it's a thing in my family's home too. It's to show respect for the home.
Oh, I like that. Well then, yes, we shall do that. There is a place you can put them when you walk in. Some Digimon wear shoes, so I had a shoe rack made.
Proceeds to take off shoes and put them on shoe rack.
As you walk in, you're yet again surprised by the odd way that the digital world works, as when you walk in, the inside of it is designed as if it was a small little one-bedroom apartment. There's a small little bed in the corner made of just tons of hay, and with a long cloth like placed over it with a huge indent where it clearly is shown where he sleeps. And then around it is just multiple little bookshelves of variant types of books of different genres, from fiction to non-fiction to fantasies. None of it seems like anything is put out of place. Everything you notice is almost color coordinated. Each book's spine looks like it matches perfectly to the next one over next to it. And then he has a small little spot that looks like a sink with vegetables all placed in a nice little cooler box on top of the counter that he's created of plank wood.
This is so much nicer than my own house.
Really? Oh, I appreciate it. You are welcome to sleep in my bed. It is the most comfortable. I will sleep next to it. I have a small little chair I like to sit in when I read. And he points over there, and there is a lazy boy recliner that completely destroys the the little old-fashioned design of the cottage.
I guess lazy boys are universal, huh?
I found that in the garbage that the Numamon were sliming around in, and I cleaned it up, and it was very nice.
I can't ask you to give up your bed for a chair. I mean, clearly the chair's big enough for someone like me. You should get to sleep in your bed.
Well, whatever makes you more comfortable.
I would just feel bad if I stole your bed from you, so I can take the chair.
Well, alright.
Off topic, Necro sent me a message saying I should make a Digiball, then we can snuggle.
I'm Goraemon, Digivolve!
I don't need to have a heart attack.
All right. As he gets you all settled in, all right, I am going to go meet your friend at the library real quick to help him find the books he was researching for.
Necro, stop.
And then I will be right back, I promise. I will not be long.
I have IRL heated cheeks at what Necro is telling me. Little bunny nose rubs.
Oh, jeez.
Ah!
As he pats you on the head with his long, furry ears, you'll get some sleep now, Michael. Everything will be better in the morning.
I hope you're right.
As he kind of waddles out of his house and closes the door behind him. Nason, as you arrive at the kind of, it looks like an apartment building inside this ancient Japanese-like city. There is a much taller Japanese design building like that of a kind of the burned tower from Pokemon that the Suicune, Raikou, and all of them came out of in Silver. All right, this is our place. We have rooms on the second floor, so come on in. Oh, that's right. Nason is, that's right. He's feeding his ducks. All right, we'll move on then. As you all get your rest for the night,
Quack.
Zane, as you are still a little bit awake, we will go to you as you are walking around the Gold Rose base. Are you in the tavern or are you walking around the base?
Are they connected?
Yeah, the base is the outside, like the place surrounded by walls. The tavern's inside.
Here I am.
I'll look around outside, why not? I'm nosy.
As you walk outside in the night, you are surrounded by kind of a very quiet-esque look as the kind of traditional design of a old eastern village in the desert starts to dim down the lights. All the street lamps start to turn down, and you're surrounded by just nothing but a bright, beautiful, starry sky, giving you a little bit of light with the very bright full moon beaming down. And as you look around, there are still a couple of Digimon out and about. Mostly, it seems to be a couple of plant Digimon all heading towards a very bright lit building kind of off in the distance. That seems to be the only place still lit up besides the tavern.
I go up to one of them, ask like, hey, what's going on over there in that building?
As you walk up to a small little cactus-like Digimon called Palmon, she looks up to you. Oh, hi! Oh, we're just going over to Anjumon's. It's his nightly prayer meeting.
Prayer? What are you praying to?
Oh, we're praying to the three deities.
Who... Sorry, what?
Oh, come on! Anjumon will tell you all about it.
Is this like some kind of cult or something?
What's a cult?
Never mind. Fine, I'll come.
As you approach, and 1 second, as I get it up. No pun intended.
Why?
Sorry.
As you enter into the holy sanctuary of Anjumon's chapel, you see a tall, very tall humanoid with a mask-like helmet above his head and multiple angelic wings sticking off of his back. 1 second as I get the right music, because I have a place for music for this. There we go. As he stands up It's kind of like a stereotypical Catholic design with a long pew system, and at the very the center at the very far end is a large statuette of 3 very intimidating looking Digimon. A very tall, beast-like creature with long ears that looks kind of like a supersized rabbit, but far bigger, more intimidating looking with muscular build. Next to them is a feminine designed angelic figure clad in holy armor, a beautiful female face under armor, and next to them is almost what you'd think would be Anjumon, but much taller with multiple wings from its back and a much fuller suit of dark armor over its body, with a large cross down it. Please, come in. Let us tell the story of the Great Three yet again, for those who are new this fine night. As everyone starts to sit down and kind of look up to Anjumon. As the story tells, at the beginning, there were 3. The great...
In the beginning, there were worms.
The great and powerful Ophanimon, leader of them all. Of the 3, the firstborn, the first female Digimon. She, the wisest and most gentle, brought forth her 2 brothers into the world. First, there was Seraphimon, the wise, a ancestor of my own, at least it is to be believed. This great being brought with them the vaccine Digimon, Digimon made to help and heal the angelic force of good. Next to him was his brother, Cherubimon, king of the beasts. He brought with him the animal-type Digimon. Along with this, he brought with him nature abound, grass, trees, and all around us started to grow at his touch. Ophanimon looked gently on her brothers, and together they began to build what we now know as the digital world, creating the world we live in piece by piece, Digimon by Digimon. Times were beautiful until the dreaded curse befell one of these great titans, these great deities that watch over us. The youngest of the brothers, the beast deity, the king, Cherubimon, was consumed by an evil virus. No one knows the origin of this virus to this day, but it is believed that at the great beginning, when the 3 were born, a 4th was born, one without form, that consumed the 3rd, becoming a part of them, hiding until the time was right. With this, Cherubimon became Dark Cherubimon, a evil side of itself that none had seen before. Bent on destruction, he started to create the virus Digimon. Soon, they began to envelop the world with their evil, infecting every Digimon they could until there was new forms of Digimon that had already existed peacefully, but they were consumed by virus and twisted and transformed. Now, these years later, we still pay homage to the Great Three, for the 2 that put Cherubimon imprisoned to prevent further destruction, and for the 3rd Cherubimon that once was. As he created the great beast of all, none can forget the great work they had done. That is why we give thanks every night to the 3 great deities, in hopes that we will survive this terrible war, and that all Digimon, whether beast, angelic, humanoid, vaccine, or even virus, can all live together in peace. As everyone starts to bow their heads, like, in a kind of form of prayer, but you also see a lot of them jump up with excitement and happiness at the idea of
Praise the three!
Like a southern church. Sorry.
As
So
they
you guys
all,
do this every night?
the Palamon looks over to you. Oh yeah. Well, with all this war going on, we really need the help of the Great Three, but sadly they haven't been seen since the early days of our world. So we pray and hope that someday those great Digimon will return to us. Angemon is one of their chosen. As you can tell, he is very similar to one of the Great Three. It is said that if he were to reach his full power, that he could one day become Seraphimon himself. Well, not the original, of course, but of equal power. So we come here in hopes that one day somebody will grant this great hope to our world a chance to digivolve. But that's also just hopeful thinking. Angemon says that it's not likely to happen, as there hasn't been a new one of the Great Three since the beginning.
I mean, it seems like wishful thinking to me, but if you want to believe it, sure.
I'll always keep hoping. I think the great sign will be one day when we see his sister. That'll be a sign that perhaps the three are coming back.
Has no one gone and tried looking for them?
Well, we've tried, but no matter where we've looked, there have been no Angelwomons born to Digimon. We've had many attempts. We've met Gatomons, but none of them turned into Angelwomon, which was written about in the past that was the form they would take. But as you can tell, the Gatomon that we have in this town does not become Angelwomon, but instead fuses with another to become Sylphimon.
Potato, potato.
So we keep hoping soon that perhaps one day Angelwomon will appear. That means that it won't be long until the original Cherubimon is born again, and perhaps then this war can end when the three great deities are back together.
So you guys just sitting here and hoping?
Well, when there's a war and when there's turmoil, really all you can do is fight and hope. And hope that one day you won't have to fight.
If you say so.
Perhaps you should speak to Angemon. Perhaps he can answer some questions you might have. You seem like you're worried about something.
There are a few things, but the time will come.
Well, if you say so. After a little while, because as you've been talking, the kind of sermon has been going on. From what you can gather, based on what he's saying, a lot of it is just kind of storytelling. He doesn't really seem to do like what you expect from like typical Catholic priests or any other rabbis or anything. He's not preaching it like he's talking about God as if, they're asking them for help. It's more of they're just telling a story to give people hope. So it's more like a very long, read time for like an elementary school kind of class where, the teacher reads aloud.
So these three gods, they're real?
Well, at one point they were. Like all Digimon, everybody existed at one point, but all Digimon eventually have to pass on. As all Digimon do, though, we are reborn in new forms. But unlike Angemon here, the other two have not been reborn. In fact, Angemon here is the first Angemon that has been recorded in history since the original.
And this Cherubimon, she's the cause of this problem?
Well, some people believe that Cherubimon actually didn't pass on. That Cherubimon is actually still on the continent of the virus, and that he's the reason this war hasn't ended.
So we take care of Cherubimon and everything should be sorted, right?
Well, at least we don't really think of it that way, but we think that if we could talk to him, perhaps maybe he could be brought to reason. We think that maybe the Dark Council has been doing his bidding and has been corrupting him further by their evil spirits. You've already met one of the Dark Council. that was one of the slimes outside the front, though he called himself the fourth deity.
Yeah, I don't know how well talking is going to go with him, but if you want to try, you can.
Well, that's what Anjumon talks about, is that, you know, we can't destroy a Digimon just because it's been corrupted. We have to heal the Digimon, just like we've done with the Numemon. Now they're back and doing what they were best at. They're keeping our waters clean, and they get fed, and we have fresh water. It's a united life and system we all work with. But the viruses keep corrupting, and more Digimon, even the virus types that are good, start to get corrupted.
I mean, you're going to have to fight eventually. You can't just keep hoping and hoping.
Well, we can hope, though. But thank you for talking with me. As she runs up to the front with all the other Digimon now who are clamoring up to kind of talk to Anjumon.
Can I just look around just to see, like, my surroundings?
Roll a perception check.
Sorry, it keeps refreshing every time I tab out.
No worries.
By the way, I got back a while ago.
I heard you.
Okay.
Above table, make sure everybody is hydrating.
Yeah,
I'm
just have some
trying.
water.
I need to go rinse
Did that roll?
It didn't roll for us, but did you roll?
I did, it's not true.
Alright, what does it show for you?
Let me refresh.
Was that even if we can't see it, you can just tell me what you rolled.
No, I can't see either, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be something wrong with the app.
Yeah, the only recent roll I got was mine when I rolled a 7. Yeah, his most recent was before me.
Perception. Oh, there we go.
There it
17.
is.
All right. As you look around, there are depictions of the 3 people you saw at the front, but along with them, you see multiple different silhouettes of many Digimon. As you look around, though the 3 definitely seem to be the semblance of the major part of this chapel, around the walls are multitudes of different Digimon designs and shapes. Each one, you can tell, has some kind of semblance to another symbol next to it that resembles something in the human world. For instance, there are Digimon who are standing next to planetoid systems that represent each of them. You can see somebody next to a Mars, someone next to a Venus. You see multiple Digimon represented on aspects of the people you've seen before, actually. There's a depiction of knights all clamoring around at some points, kind of defending and surrounding the 3 like they were like their holy protectors. You see an imagery of 4 very massive Digimon. One you recognize, a thin like snake dragon, the design of Azulongmon, next to what appears to be 3 other Digimon. The whole wall seems to be just a long design of all the most important Digimon throughout the digital world's history. But the thing that stands out to you the most is that it all seems to be going in an order. Is you have the design of the 3, and as it goes across the wall, around and around, as you look around, it's telling a story of each Digimon design and its creation as they are born. Each one kind of coming in and more and more and more. The Knights being one of the few of the last ones to be designed, as they are not represented with any specific design of like a essence of nature or a planetoid or anything like major like a deity would be, but more of a chosen one. And then finally, past them, there's depiction of people, of humans, small little people, just surrounded by small little Digimon, depictions of in-training Digimon, and they're all holding these small little items in their hands that are depicted to have little glow marks etched into them, into the stone, that looks like they're glowing. And next to them, their small little Digimon have a bigger Digimon next to them, showing the beginnings of Digi-evolution. As it continues to go and go, at the very end of the wall, you see just a history of people. Every now and then, there's new people showing up, all taking different forms, different Digimon next to them, next to their sides. Even some, like yourself, who have become Digimon. It's just a wall of history for the digital world until it reaches all the way back to the front, where the wall is completely blank, except the only depiction you see is the picture of 3 sigils. And each sigil you recognize as one of the 3 sigils of the guilds. The Golden Rose, the Azure Dragon design, and the Crimson Shield. But after that, the history just stops. A blank canvas of marble white wall lays before that, and the very beginning yet again of the 3.
Hey Angemon, like what's all this going on? And what's this blank bit here? Is this meant to be something here?
As he sees you walk up to him, "Peace, my friends. I must speak with this Digidestined." As they all walk away, "Okay, Angemon. See you tomorrow. May the 3 spirits give you hope." Now then, young Digidestined, you asked about the etchings on the walls. Yes, they are interesting, are they not? When I was born, just a little Patamon, I was brought to this temple, and the Digimon who raised me told me the stories of this wall. It is the history of our world, from the beginning with the 3 great deities, all the way to now. But no one knows what will come next, hence why we believe this wall to be blank. But we hope that perhaps when this war ends, a new etching will be written here, and a new beginning as the 3 will return to us. You see where it ends, it begins again with the 3 Digimon yet again. We hope this to mean a rebirth is coming. That when the 3 Digimon deities are once again before us, a new world will begin.
Okay, and what makes you so confident on that?
Well, it seems I have a sense that I've always had. I am simply waiting to meet my brother and sister. You see, I believe I am one of the 3, though obviously not right now, but someday I believe that I will digivolve to the great Seraphimon's form. And there I will meet my 2 siblings, and together we will create this new world. But that is also just what people have told me. I am just simply the only Angemon they've seen, so they believe me to be the destined one. I leave that up to fate, however. I do not believe myself to be a chosen one, as they call it. Not like you, Digidestined, who hold the power of Digi-evolution in your hands.
Well, you're not friends with any dinosaurs, are you, by any chance?
Dinosaurs? I mean, I know many dinosaur Digimon.
Just curious. I've heard things.
I see. Well, if you would ever like to meet some Digimon that are dinosaurs, I know that the Stomper tribe has recently visited.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, so we kind of came into a predicament where we may have kind of got stuck in this world.
Stuck, you say?
Yeah, we tried to leave but couldn't.
You mean you cannot
the guy we
return to
fought?
the human world?
Yeah, basically.
That is not possible. The Digidestined have always freely come and gone. Well, at least since I've been around. There are stories of Digidestins as he leads you to the far wall where you saw the first pictures of the young children. There are stories and tales told of Digidestins, the first Digidestins, who were trapped in our world many, many years ago, long before I was even a thought.
And this hasn't happened before, has it?
Not in my time, but it is said in the scriptures that when these Digidestin were lost and trapped, finding the great stones that brought them the greater Digi-evolution, the great crests, eventually brought them home to their world.
Where do we find these stones?
Well, it is said that only the chosen Digidestin can find them, that they will reveal themselves to each individual who bears their mark.
I mean, some kind of direction would be nice so we know where to go rather than wandering aimlessly.
Well, if I were to give you advice, I would say a good starting point would be the ancient ruins to the far north. They are, at this point, not exactly a place many visit due to the dangers of them. It is said that there are many evil digi-spirits there. But it is also said that this is a place that long ago was used as a place to hold information for ancient tribes of Digimon. Perhaps there you may find information on the great sacred stones.
So what kind of information do they normally have?
I cannot be sure. I've never visited these catacombs myself. But if ever there were ancient history written down that we may not have in our archives, it would be there. Currently, our archives are limited as we cannot send any Digimon right now to investigate those dangerous places as a war is going on.
And this religious stuff got going on here, I've got like information on that, like a book or something I can take.
I mean, whatever you find in there, if it's helpful for you, by all means, it is yours to take. But I do not recommend going unless you are sure of your power, for it is dangerous that not even I would dare cross into those lands.
Didn't you say you wanted to be a god?
I do not, but people believe me to be the potential for one.
Okay, well, so you're here every night, basically.
Indeed I am. Always here to give questions and answers to those who seek them.
We'll keep up any new information, in case you hear anything.
Of course, and may the three spirits guide you with their hope.
Peace.
Alrighty, as you walk out back into the lands below, as the night goes on and you all get your rest, you all awaken to the next day kind of, wiped and very much tired, as sleep did not come to you easily, especially for those who were doing a lot of research at night, for those who could not sleep. Nason, while you were, or before you went to their apartment complex, you were given a book by Angorimon when you reached the library with him.
Yeah, sorry, I had to leave at the moment.
But
Sorry, but what did I miss? Sorry.
you didn't miss anything. We just we couldn't do your scene because you weren't here. So,
Well, can we do? Is it okay if we do it now, or?
I unfortunately, with the time we have left, we don't really have enough.
We can retcon. We can not retcon. We can do that in the next session.
I can tell you about what happens. I can just send you a message. That way you have the information.
Okay.
But the book he gave you will help you find information about the past Digidestins that have been in this world.
Okay.
Because that's what you said you wanted to look up, was that there were people that had been here before.
Right.
So, but as you all wake up and rejoin one another in the Gold Rose Tavern, as everybody is kind of reacquainted with the information that everybody kind of gained overnight. But as you all talk together again,
I just want to put on record that sleeping throughout the night, I eventually cuddled up on Gorimon and just slept on his stomach.
Oh.
as you both laid on the lazy boy easy chair, you on his stomach, he didn't even notice you get on top because of how much fur he has, that you just kind of sank into the fur.
You know, I don't know. I just had a thought of how funny it would be, like, to have a death battle with Angorimon and Snorlax.
Those two would probably be like sumo wrestlers, just constant bopping
Exactly.
their stomachs back and forth to each other.
Exactly.
As you all gather around again, Sistermon goes and tells you all about her plan with Zane. Megumi instantly reacts, "That's insane, okay? For one, I need to go with you because I'm not letting Zane take care of you by himself. And two, how is Zane gonna pretend to be some kind of dark master he's never even heard of? Look, I get it, he could transform into a Digimon, that's great and all, but how is that going to convince a bunch of nasty, evil Digimon that he's not, one of us?"
I just kind of look at Zane, point a hand, just like point a palm up hand at him, like, "Have you seen this guy?"
Yeah.
What's that happening? Also, I don't see you coming up with any better ideas.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought Azrael was gonna look stuff up. I thought that was the plan.
I'll look up stuff this morning. I want to see what you guys get before and use that to base what I'm gonna look into.
And you're okay with this. You're okay sending these two to this dark web place, which is, for all we know, crawling with evil Digimon.
We've got our Digimon here to protect us.
Except we can't
trust-
go.
I trust Zane to be able to do what he needs to do. He's a little aloof, but when the tokens are down, you can trust him.
I get it.
This is crazy.
If you want to join me, you can, but don't expect me to protect you.
Yeah, we're not asking. We're not forcing you to come with us. You don't have to go if you don't want.
You can't go either.
Why can't we?
Because only virus types are allowed to go, apparently. That's why they call it the dark web.
Wait a minute. I looked down at Tracy. I think Tracy would be able to go since Doberman is half virus.
That's true. I could Digivolve and I could go with them as some added backup if that would make you feel better, Megumi.
Plus, she's also part vaccine, so that's double the protection.
Well, yeah, but I probably don't want to let them know that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they know Doberman's virus type, so...
Yep, I just gotta make sure I don't lose my power, that way they don't see my other form.
Right. Wait. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, she's not half
Wait,
and
what do you
half.
mean?
She's
Okay.
just, she is a she's a vaccine in one form and a virus in another. She's not half and half. So.
Oh, she just has two. She just has virus and.
Yeah. So when she exactly when she digivolves, she just keeps moves from her previous evolution, but she still turns into a virus type.
Although she can use her virus moves, just not her vaccine.
That's what I mean. Yeah. When she's in her base form, she's vaccine. When she's in her second form, she's virus. There's no split.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. Okay. So back to this. Like, oh, you're right.
So I could go as added protection. I just gotta hold my energy for a while. So if we're not there too long, me and Zane should be able to maintain our forms long enough to at least get some information from that Ice Devimon.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering the circumstances, it would be kind of dumb to start a fight.
Yeah, that doesn't really put any, like, confidence in me with you, Zane. You seem to want to always start a fight.
Oh, before we move on, there was something, like, I know my character didn't figure this out, but when I heard he said about Angemon mentioning the stones.
No, yeah. So if he hasn't said anything, then yeah, you wouldn't be able to comment on it.
Oh, let's just assume I relayed everything.
Okay, so you did relay everything.
Yes. So I'm like, wait, what stones? Multiples of you have crests. Everybody who has gotten to the point of Digievolution for their base has a crest. Even the Aline and Dennis have a crest. I hold up my Digivice, and does the crest like show on it or whatever when I think about it?
Yeah, your crest appears.
Yeah, he said there's these like ruins up north with more information on them.
Okay, we definitely need to see this.
Oh,
You said
okay.
people die up there.
So you're suggesting then we go to these scary, dangerous ruins to look for rocks.
Well, they're more than rocks, apparently.
Huh.
They're glowing rocks.
As I show the crest on my Digivice.
I know, I have one too. Everybody has one. What's so special about them?
They're well, what Zane says, they're our ticket home.
Only if we're these chosen ones. Have you noticed us being chosen? I don't think I have. In fact, I'd say we are the worst things to be chosen. We have had the worst luck.
Do you notice any other players having these crests?
Yes, all of them do.
You sure?
Well, what do you want to do then?
Actually, yes. You guys have all seen that everybody has a crest when they have the ability to digivolve their Digimon.
Wait, do I have a crest?
You have, well, you don't actually have one yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because that would, it's, yeah, you get your
it.
crest when you get to your next form, but because you start off with your form, you didn't actually get a crest yet, so.
Yeah, out of this group, that was the first to get the crest, mine.
Actually, no, that would have been Aiko and Azriel. You were third.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that day.
Yep.
Dang it. Okay.
But yeah, for you, Zane, I don't believe... Yeah, it would be in your inventory if you had gotten it already, but yeah, you do not have a crest yet.
What's funny is that I got it from Angemon, the one that you were just talking to.
Yeah, so unless you had a better idea, I think that's the plan we're going with.
No, I don't have a better idea. Still don't think it's a great idea, but I don't have a better one.
Wait, so any other objections?
No, I don't have any objections. Just be careful, Sister Mon, especially. If you have to leave Zane, it's okay.
Wow.
What?
I love how concerned you are for me.
Zane is a big guy. He can take care of himself. Sister Mon's a little girl, okay? She needs to be protected. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah, she just called you a little girl.
Oh, I haven't had to deal with this since I had a mother.
Oh yeah?
Well, yes, you met my sister, so we have a mother. Or had a
What's she
mother.
like? Oh, my condolences.
No, don't worry. She passed away like all Digimon do of older age. She's been reborn somewhere, I'm sure, but we haven't met her again since.
Well, I believe one day you'll see her again.
More than likely. That is how Digimon work, after all. We are never truly gone.
Yeah, well, from what I experienced from the machine Digimon, I think things have changed.
Unfortunately, it seems that to be true. These machine-type Digimon have a way to prevent the rebirth system.
Yeah, we need to figure out like how they're doing this so we can put an end to it. Because I just hate the thought of Digimon being dead permanently.
Well, perhaps that's information I can discern from Ice Devimon, because more than likely the Machine Empire is the target then for which we should look into after we look into the ruins. And we know where they are now, because the information I told Zane and Azriel last night about the new quest to save the Digidestined who were captured.
Right.
Before we go in, is there any useful information I should know about?
Well, from what I understand about this place you're going to, other than it's a place only virus types and ne'er-do-wells go, it is also a safe haven for many virus types who have hidden away from the war. So it has a good amount of individuals you may have already fought before. So it's important to make sure they don't recognize you.
Yeah, we might need to make some disguises.
Well, I would not suggest any of you join us. Only me, Zane, and if you would like to send Doberman with us. But none of you should come. As soon as you enter into that world, you would be instantly recognized as Digidestined.
Yeah, I really wish I could be with Tracy.
The only way I could see us getting around this is to find out however the Dark Knights are hiding themselves. If a Dark Knight can travel to the Dark Web, and they are in fact a Digidestined in disguise, that means that armor they hold has some way of disguising their real forms from the virus types.
Oh, that's right. Don't we have some in custody?
Not anymore.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the purple guy. Cool. I keep forgetting his
there
name,
can
so
be
I'm
more
just
than
saying
one
I'm just saying
Devimon.
purple guy and purple knight and whatever.
So the question is, do we look for finding a disguise first beforehand, or do we send Zane in with his 2 Digimon?
I think we should look for disguises first, because there's no way I'm not letting Tracy go in by herself without me.
I mean,
Very
I'm meant to
well.
be this guy's brother, right?
That is what I've been
That's
told, is that your spirit form is the brother that had passed away a long time ago that was very close to Ice Devimon, apparently. Though I don't see too many viruses getting close to one another. I think that is our best bet for entry, is to convince them you are his long-lost brother, been reborn as all Digimon are.
Yeah, and he pretty much has the personality down to a T.
I have noticed this. As a human goes, he is very close to a virus-type Digimon.
No offense.
As a
Just for
virus...
safety, I'll wear a cloak or something.
As a virus type myself, I do not mean it as an insult but a compliment, for we virus types are quite powerful. We just have a more efficient way of getting things done than others.
Yeah, I just hope that Tracy's Digievolution holds up the whole time.
I think it should be alright, as long as we don't remain there for longer than we need to. We enter into the campsite, we go to his specific domain, we talk to Ice Devimon and get what information we can, and then we slip away when no one is paying attention.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
I
plan
just
to me.
hope it's that easy.
It's the only plan we have if we want to find information about the Dark Knights and find a way to get you all home. In the meantime, while you all wait for us to return, perhaps you should investigate that ruins and see if you can find information about the stones, if those are another way of getting you all home.
Yeah. I looked down at Tracy. I just put my hand on her head. Please be careful, all right?
Of course, I'll make sure nothing happens to them.
Thank you. And you take care of her as well, all right?
I will
Go
guard
ahead,
her
Zane.
with my very life.
You too,
I mean,
Zane.
she is a bit of loudmouth. Just make sure she doesn't get us in trouble.
I'll be the epitome of a virus type, don't you worry. Grrr.
Yeah. I ruffle her hair.
Oh dear. Right, this is going to end perfectly. Zane, let's get ready to go. I think I have an entryway into there, so we should be able to make contact and be able to get to the dark web. The rest of you, good luck with your tasks.
By the way, do I mention anything about the book I was given?
That is up to you if you want to talk about it, but that is another story for another day, because that is a long amount of information about the Digidestin.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I was saying, like, as a cliffhanger, before we go, I was given this.
As he lifts
Yes,
up a
I-
very large tome of Digimon world history. As
I
you
hope you're not
all
expecting us to do that right now.
Light reading.
light reading.
Um.
I checked this out weeks ago for a bit of light reading.
Why'd you give me a British accent?
It's a
You're
Harry
Harmony
Potter.
Granger now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just did a little bit of light reading.
Alrighty. So, with you all about to get a little history lesson, which I will send in the Discord, that way you guys can just read it.
Yeah.
We will pick up there next time that we play Digimon Dungeons and Dragons. For unfortunately, that is all the time we have for tonight. But I hope you all had fun kind of coming back to this after a bit of a hiatus. We will not be here next week because me and my wife will be out of town, but we will be back the following week for some more Digimon D&D on Saturday.
Okay.
And don't forget to like
Yay.
and subscribe and support all three of our channels if you don't mind. Support us at Shield Studio, at Rando Gaming 92, and at Necro the Nova, because we really
Yay.
appreciate all the help you guys give us and all the support. And we hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Have a great rest
And
of your
don't
weekend.
unfollow.
Thank you, for my viewers. Thank you all for watching. You all have a blessed night, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, I love these roleplay episodes.
Ba-boom, boom, ba-boom, boom, boom. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That was fun.
I love this jazzy music I chose for the tower.